said with you.
Okay, I'm Thomas Hobbs,
And I'm Isaac Newton,
and today we're going to talk about our ideas.
and our childhood and our growing up.
My basic ideas are that humans are greedy, and there's competition in the world, and that the government should have a ruler with absolute power, so they can keep control and make sure there isn't any rebellion. But most people think that a democracy is better, but I don't agree with that. What are your ideas?
Some of my ideas, I created many ideas like I wrote the book, The Principia, and it's about all my scientific discoveries, like the laws of gravity and many other laws like inertia, and reaction and action. And I wrote many books and discovered many things about history and science. I even invented a better telescope, and I studied in Cambridge in 1661. What about your childhood? How was that?
Well, I was born in 1588, and when I was a young child, my dad left me to go to London, so my wealthy uncle raised me and paid for my education.
What a jerk.
And he made me study Greek and Latin when I was 6, and then when I was 14, I went to Oxford, England, to go to college, where I studied scholastic philosophy, but I didn't like it. But I did like math and science. And then I would receive my bachelor's degree after I graduated, and I would tutor a son of the royal family.
I was born on Christmas Day in 1642, and that's the same year that one of my another associate that was good in science, Galileo, died. But I was born very premature, and my father was already dead. So then my mother raised me. A few years later, my mom went off to marry a rich clergyman, and I was forced to stay with my grandma. Then when the clergyman died, my mom came back, and she tried to take care of me. I went to grammar school a few years later, and then took care of the family's farm. A few years later, my uncle convinced my mom that I should go to college and study, so I can do something with my life. I went to the university in 1661 in Cambridge, and I did minimum wage work so I could pay through my college. In 1664, I was elected a scholar, and I was then granted financial aid. And then in 1665, in summer, there's a terrible plague in Europe, and the University of Cambridge was forced to be shut down. Once shut down, I went back to my home, and I tried to take care of the farm. Once at the farm, I failed, and I could not take care of it, and I just went back to studying sciences. After many achievements, I developed many theorems and laws. These laws are even used today and in society as we know it.
I've published many other books. Many of them had to deal with humans and government and why we are selfish and what government is the most effective. After I published 4 books, the King of England made me stop publishing books because he said it would lead to rebellion. And then in 1668, I tried to publish another book, but he denied it. So since I couldn't publish any books, I translated some works, and I translated the Iliad and the Odyssey, and then I died.
Newton, I also was a very smart man, and I was credited with inventing calculus, reinvented the telescope, and made many laws and theorems that are still used today. I died in 1727 and was buried inside the Anglican church.